Come on, Chris. Downhill's easy. How's it slowing you down? Downhill's easy. Yeah, man. So here we are, officially back at Old Trafford for the stadium tour.
Try and enjoy the journey. Not letting that happen.
No, Manchester United Stadium tour. Here we are. Yeah.
No one's going to have it. I'm not letting that happen to me again.
Wow.
That's just ridiculous.
It's just one of them
I'll
things.
just pay you the money and then we'll just forget about the ball. We don't need a ball to cause us this much distress.
Yeah. It's this ball that caused us that much distress.
This ball within football it causes this.
They're the turnstiles. You come through one by one, you scan your tickets, so we have a definite attendance for each game. And the fans exit much more quickly through the big red gates that you'll see dotted around the stadium as we walk around. The fans in here that can take advantage of the healthy food options on offer here at the kiosks. You can place a bet by a programme. What you'll notice about these areas as we journey around the stadium, they all look very much the same, almost identical in many cases. So it's very important, it's a very busy day, it's all setting off every 10 minutes. Please stay together as a group at all times. If you need anything at all, if you need the toilet, I'll go into it in more detail later on this talk. Great questions, yeah, fire your questions away. Me over here, happy to answer any questions that you have. Please go this way, guys. You'll see on the far wall, if you turn the corner, nice piece of artwork. You won't stay close to that male frame. You won't stop there a bit.
Stratford End, Manchester United. Just get an all-rounder of it. Just get a perimeter of it like that.
Really funny about your top.
How gorgeous that pitch is. My top was only 28 quid.
No, I mean, did you notice it was shitty or did you?
No.
I don't think they noticed, did they?
No, I didn't notice.
Bloody hell, you got away with it. That's what I mean, like, I didn't get away with it. Which I know what, it don't matter anyway.
No. It's all good, mate.
It's all grand. The biggest club stadium
Great
in
ground, mate.
I wish that Arsenal could win here more.
Biggest grounds. Biggest grounds in the Premier League now enough.
Yeah, I think that's what we missed over here.
Over in the Sir Alex Ferguson stand. We've made our way through the concourse of the East stand. Now the East stand is the commercial side of the ground, where we handle the daily business affairs of the club. It's home to much of the office space inside the stadium.
No, I'll take a seat.
Merchandising offices outside on the forecourt. The big Adidas logo there on the seats is a bit of a clue. A few years ago, United partnered with Adidas in one of the biggest sponsorship deals in global sport. £750 million over 10 years. So £75 million a year, all for the luxury and privilege of making the players' shirts. As well as the replica shirts sold online. They also run the mega store for us, more or less on a daily basis. But it's a good deal for both parties. If you ever wonder who's paying Alexis Sanchez's wages, look no further than Adidas. They have that well and truly covered.
I knew that.
The seating areas this side of the ground serve very different purposes to everywhere else inside the stadium. This platform that you're now stood on, who was this used for? Who was this built for, sorry? Who uses it on a match day? Does anyone know? Any guesses?
Disabled?
Disabled people.
Disabled.
Right, so yeah. This is our ability platform. Oh, you got that. Well done. We're looking at about 700 people standing in this platform. Now we will continue to expand these facilities over in the Stretford end in the coming season also. We'll have similar facilities to Tier 2 the Stretford end.
Alex Ferguson stand.
So the types of tickets that they can purchase on a match day, a bit of variety. Now, behind you here, this bank of seating, this is our allocation for the away fans. So any visiting fans on a match day, they will be seated here. The allocation for Premier League is limited to 3,100 fans. It does vary with competition. For the UEFA competitions, that number is 3,800. So it goes slightly up. But for domestic cups, FA Cup, League Cup, it goes right up to 9,000. In those cases, we open up Tier 2 of the East Stand. The majority, they'll be situated up there, about 6,000 seats up there.
Not bad at all.
Now, do we all have our photographs? Are we ready to move on? Unfortunately not. I'd love to. That'd be brilliant, but unfortunately not. No. We don't pop up from behind.
Here we are officially in the press conference room. Solskjaer. This is where Solskjaer does all his press conferences and everything. No.
So it's a very recognisable backdrop, this. I'm sure many of you will have seen us on television, social media posts, things like that. This is the room, as I say, where we conduct our post-match press conference with newspaper journalists. Those journalists, they'll watch the game from the press box. Now, the seating area just above our heads at the moment is the press box. We'll see it a bit more closely when we head outside in a few minutes' time. This isn't the room where we conduct our live broadcast pre-match press conference. You could be forgiven for thinking so. When seen on television, looks almost identical to this. But that pre-match, it takes place at Carrington, more often than not. Aon Training Complex, where there's a much bigger media facility, more practical setup for the live broadcast, with all the cameras and the technicians that are required for that. So this exclusively the post-match. The usual format, the journalists will be sat where you are, awaiting the arrival of the two managers about half an hour after a game finishes. The away team manager is always invited in first. Now that's a common courtesy. More often than not, they have much further to travel home after the game than we do. So they want to come in here, get this over and done with, back to their team and away they go. They'll be followed by Mr Solskjaer, who will take the centre seat. Both managers are accompanied by their press officer. Now the press officer will just mediate proceedings. They'll ensure that the journalists stay on track with their questioning, which should focus on the game they've just witnessed. Nothing to do with transfers, agents, contracts, nothing personal. It's not the purpose of these press conferences. 10-15 minutes, not a long process. When it's all said and done, when the journalists are finished, they'll exit through the grey door at the back of the room. That leads to a lounge area. They'll finish typing for reports, have a bit of food, a bit of drink before they head home. We do hope that the nicer the food, the nicer the drink, the nicer the report will be. That never works. That has never worked. I think we need a new tactic, but we do try our best. Now, it's all the room is used for, apart from the tours, of course, but for a period of 10 years, between 1992 and 2002, the room served a more prestigious purpose. It was where we unveiled newly signed players to the world's media. So the main players being the legends of the 98-99 treble winning side, the likes of Keane, Schmeichel, York, Cole, and of course our current manager, Mr. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Ole is actually the only person to have sat in this centre seat for all three reasons you might be required to professionally. So as current manager, as visiting manager a few seasons back in his short spell at Cardiff City, and famously signing behind the desk here with Sir Alex back in the mid-1990s. Now, it all ended in 2002 with the signing of Diego Forlan. Only because at that point we'd realised we'd outgrown this space for that purpose. Nowadays, when we sign a player, a player like Paul Pogba, you'll get requests from hundreds of journalists from all over the world that want to be present at that unveiling event. So a very limited space in here. Everything in 2002 was moved over to the training ground, whereas that much bigger media facility and all the medical facilities hosted in-house as well. So it's a much more practical setup to have everything designed and transferred hosted at the training ground. Of course, nowadays, those social feel free to use this row here as well if you wish. Just fill up the seats one by one, guys, all the way to the end. Keep coming through. Fill up each seat one by one. Find yourself a seat here, guys. Row 15 if we can.
ถ่ายรูปอ่ะ ถ่ายรูปอ่ะ
sorry. Push down.
Thank you very much.
This is it, mate.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you, sir.
That's okay.
Just take a seat for a few. That man is Sir Bobby Charlton. You name it, Sir Bobby's done it. Winner of the World Cup 1966, one of the few Englishmen that can proudly stake that claim. Sir Bobby was vital in that 1966 victory as well. 2 years after that, he would again be instrumental in winning Manchester United's first ever European Cup 1968. With 758, scoring 249.
There we go. Dressing rooms. Where Solskjaer gives him a good bollocking. Oh dear, Rashford, the lot.
Get a seat before everyone takes you.
David De Gea, Romelu Lukaku, Martial, Lingard, Pogba. Oh yeah, man. You gotta go all the way around it, ain't you?
Quick.
Yeah.
Basic. Lewis Rollins Ferguson's designed just a wooden bench that ran all the way along the room, wooden panelling and a single hook. This is all Mourinho's work. His fingerprints are all over this. Him and his assistant designed this. A bit more sympathetic to modern footballers, shall we say. But the players, in terms of practicality, the players don't need too much when they're here. They're only ever here for a game. They'll turn up an hour and a half before a game kicks off. They all arrive by coach from a nearby hotel. They'll make a way here. Their training kit will all be laid out by the kit man. The players don't have to do anything. They just get changed. Get changed into a training kit. They'll head out onto the pitch. About half an hour, 45-minute warm-up. At which point they make their way back in here. Mr. Solskjaer, he would have made his way from his office just on the corridor there. He'll make his way in here and he'll start his match preparation, do his team talk. The players, they'll get changed into a match kit. The tactics boards behind here, they'll be used very sparingly on the match day, just for emergency purposes. All the preparation would have been done at Carrington, Aon Training Complex, week leading up to the game. So this is just, if there's anything unexpected on the opposition team sheet, or any emergencies at half-time, all he has is set up here to resolve any issues. The shower room just through here, very nicely finished. That was all fitted out by Kohler, our sleeve sponsor. Very nicely finished, but still relatively basic. 7 showers and 2 plunge pools, hydrotherapy baths. They're set to about 2 degrees. Now the players have to spend about 90 seconds in there after every game. That's on the club doctor's orders. And that just helps reduce any swelling and helps the muscles recover a little bit. So 90 seconds in there before they head home. You have a question, sir?
What does they drink?
Any
Old Trafford, Anna.
Here we are. Here's
We are officially in the players' tunnel.
It's usually shown with players entering through the big red gates at the back there. Coaches will pull up, two teams make way to respective changing rooms. Now we call this a new tunnel, which isn't accurate at all really. It's about 26 years old now, this tunnel. But we call it the new tunnel because when we built this, we retained our old tunnel. The original tunnel from the first stadium built here back in 1910. So we'll see that tunnel in a few minutes' time when we head down to the tunnel along the pitch to the dugout area. It actually splits the two dugouts home and away. But back to this tunnel. It was constructed really for health and safety purposes. So following a number of stadium disasters, both in England and in Europe, clubs of a certain size, they had to make drastic changes to their stadiums. One of the changes being a provision for emergency vehicle access. At the time, we didn't have Right now, we're going very close to that football pitch. Oh, I've not got a point. It's all card these days, you can't flip a card. Right, we're going very close to that football pitch, but we can't go onto it or touch it at any point, okay? Please stay this side of the barrier. What we need, head down guys, head right down to the end. Right down to the end. Are we ready?
about 75,000 fans now. Imagine coming out here with 75,000 fans.
Yeah.
This is just for aesthetic purposes now, obviously.
Yeah. How close them dugouts are though. It's crazy. Bloody hell. You'd love to be on the bench every week, eh?
You might have to take a nap.
Too comfortable. These seats. Look at it. Feel it. This is a great view from the bench.
I forgot the charger.
Bloody hell. Right, you've even got a charger to charge your phone on the bench, eh? In the away end.
Could have bought it and I could have charged it.
You're going to get your bags now, aren't you?